G'day, welcome back to the Invisible Injuries Veteran Yoga Project. I'm Andy, your yoga mate, and I'll be taking you through today's flow. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're coming back, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure and a privilege to be able to guide you through the flows. Which brings me to today's flow, which is Sun Salutation B, or Surya Namaskar B. It's a flow all levels that you'll see incorporated into the warm-up section or the starting section of a longer yoga practice, or for today's purposes you can just do it by yourself. It works all parts of the body and is primarily standing. You will do some other lower stuff, which is your vinyasa, but we'll get through that and I'll guide you through it along with modifications. Now, as always, please move to your body's mobility and range of movement for today. All right, and pain is no good. So discomfort's okay, but pain's no good. So you can always back off and choose not to do the exercise or pose. You can also opt to use a block in the case there. And so if there is a section that you may need a block or a modification, please feel free to use so if that's in your practice. Okay, so let's begin with the exercise. All right, so we're going to be starting from a standing and come up to the front of your mat. So from here, take a shoulder width, feet sort of splayed. So what you'd want to do is lift your toes, spread them apart and then let them down. Wiggle the body a little bit and get grounded. All right, take a nice relaxing breath. So if we just arrive at our mat, you can take a soft gaze by dipping your chin and looking forward there, or if it's in your practice, you can close down your eyes and just take a couple of breaths to arrive at the mat. You can also set an intention here for your day or what you'd like to achieve during this practice, or even just being here for the practice. That'd be great. So just practicing some non-striving, just to be here, no judgment on how things will go, and rolling with the flow. So that'll be my mantra for today. You can choose to use that one or something else. We're just relaxing. All right, with me now, with a couple of breaths, let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose and letting go through the mouth. Same again. One more. In through the nose and slumping down through the mouth and just coming to nice and relaxed. So now we've arrived at our mat. Let's take our hands and take a deep breath in as we just lift them up. Doesn't need to be anything. And as we exhale, fold down, hinging at the hips. Right, and we're just going to take a ragdoll to loosen up our sacrum and lower back. So from here, you can bend your knees. This is called the ragdoll. You can loosen your head off a little bit, and we're just loosening up for the moment here. All right. So feeling that pedaling out the knees. With this sequence, we're going to be doing it 3 times. And I'll be guiding you through it. All right, here we go. So from here, inhale, let go of the arms, and as we exhale, slowly 1 vertebrae at a time, rolling up, rolling the shoulders back, and the last thing that comes up is the head. As the hands come to the side, we're now in mountain pose or Tadasana. Okay, so from here, let's hook in. Surya Namaskar B. Prepare. From mountain pose, inhale, take the arms up. You could look at your fingers, have them splayed out. We're reaching up for the sky and exhaling as we hinge down from the hips to a forward fold. Now you can keep your knees bent, and so the idea is to keep your hands, your belly to your chest as we sort of warm up, and then inhale to halfway lift. You could put your hands on your shins, straighten the back, flat back, and look straight down forward, so you've got a nice long lengthy spine. And exhale as our hands come down to the mat and we step back to plank. Right, so this is the first plank, and this is what we're going to call vinyasa, right? So this is the sequence here at the moment. So from here, inhale, lean your hands forward, so hands are underneath your shoulders and you're up on your toes. And let's come down for the first one here. As we exhale, knees, chest, chin, and then as we inhale, pushing up, keeping our elbows by our sides to baby cobra, and exhaling, head back down. Inhale as we push up onto our knees, pushing our butt back, and then up into downward facing dog. So from here, so you can bend your knees. What we're going to try and do here, we'll take a couple of breaths for this first one, is push away from our hands and then lengthen our spine, so you don't have to have your heels on the mat, right? So it's probably better to bend your knees, right, and push away from your hands. So what we're looking for is the length in the whole back. So from here, we're now going to try and lift our right leg. Inhale, and then exhale as we bring it up towards our hand. And then we're going to set now in the runner's lunge, but we're going to move up. So from here is adjust our foot and inhale, coming up to warrior one. So look up at your hands. So our feet, if our front foot's bent, knees no further than the knees, right? And then our back foot's at a 45 degree. Now you can adjust that to any length. So this one here, I'll go through a little bit slower on this one because we're learning it. So the back leg is at 45 degrees, and our hips, as best as possible, that's why we can shorten it up, is facing towards the front or slightly skewed, but majority is facing towards the short edge of the mat. Looking up the hands. From here, inhale, and then exhale as we reach forward and hinge down from the hips to frame that foot again, and then step the foot back into plank. All right, from here, inhale, exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra, because it's the first one, we're warming up our back. Exhale, back down, heads back down, and we can meet in downward dog. Now we're going to do the left hand side, which will complete the round. Ready? Inhale, left leg up, and then exhale as we bring the knees up towards our elbow, and then bring it down to a runner's lunge, and we're going to set. So as we set, we can inhale, adjust our footing, and come up to warrior one, looking with our hands, looking up towards our fingers, sorry. From there, inhale, and then exhale as we hinge and reach forward, framing our foot again, and then reaching our foot back, stepping back to high push up. All right, from there, we inhale, and we can lower knees, chest, chin, inhaling to baby cobra. Exhale, head back down as we push up on our knees into downward dog. And from here, we're going to take 3 breaths. Cleansing breaths. So inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Lion's breath. All right, one more. Inhale, take the weight forward onto your toes and push the air out. And then from here we inhale as we step forward to meet our hands and come in forward fold as we inhale to halfway lift, and then exhale back down to forward fold, and coming back up, inhale to chair pose, and exhale to Tadasana. Alright, so we're going to be doing that sequence twice. So let's hook into the second part. Inhale Hands up and exhale. Sit down into chair pose. From there, inhale as we, exhale as we go down towards our forward fold. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands meet mat, legs go back, plank pose. From here I'm going to be doing a push-up. You can do your knees, chest, chin again if that's in your practice today. But from here, keeping the elbows in. Let's inhale to set, take the weight forward a bit and exhale down. All right, from here we could inhale, come up to a little bit more of a full cobra or baby cobra, whichever is in your practice today, pushing down on the fronts of the feet. Exhale, head back down, inhale as we come to downward facing dog. And from here, set, inhale, our right leg up and knee to elbow, step it through, runner's lunge, inhale, let's set, grab your, make your footing right and inhale, hands come up and exhale, warrior one. Inhale, hands meet mat and exhale to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward dog where we push up on our hands, shoulders back and come into downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to do left hand side now. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Left foot comes up towards the left hand. We set. Inhale, come up to warrior one pose. Inhale, exhale, frame the foot. Left foot back, plank position. Inhale to set. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or downward, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, you can take your knees up to this one here and come in. So there's a couple of different ways to transition depending on your mobility for the day. And from here again, let's take 3 cleansing breaths. That was 1. Let's do this next one through the nostrils. And 2. Last one. 3. And on the inhale, lots of little steps to meet our hands in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, up to chair pose. Inhale, come up to stand and exhale, hands down. Round 2, fantastic work guys. All right, this is the last round, so let's hook in. All right, from here, mountain pose, nice strong pose. We can be active in these poses, right? So it's making sure that our toes are all active, slight bend in the knees, our tail is tucked a little bit, our hands are out, so we're active, we're like spreading our fingers, you know, making sure that everything's nice and engaged. All right, so from here, inhale, hands up and exhale, let's get down a little bit lower into chair pose. All right, from here, we can just stay here for 2 breaths. 1, 2, inhale, and exhale, hinging down from the hip. You can choose to keep your knees bent, belly on thighs. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands meet mat, step back, plank pose. And from here you can choose which one is for you. So from here, breathe in, set for lowering and lower. Exhale. Untuck the toes, inhale, baby cobra, cobra, or upward dog, your choice. Inhale and exhale, you can hinge up, flip the feet up and meet in downward dog, pushing away from the hands, lengthening that spine. Inhale, right leg lifts, exhale, knee to elbow, stepping the foot through to frame it on the inside of the hands, runner's lunge, inhaling as we adjust our stance, and exhale to warrior one. Now let's take another breath here. Really solidifying that stance. Inhale. Exhaling now to frame the foot, right foot back, coming down now to push up or plank. Inhale to set, and exhale, lower down, chaturanga or low push up. From there, untuck the toes. Inhale, elbows back, elbows bent, and come up to upward dog cobra or up dog. Exhale, back down. Inhale, as we come up to downward facing dog, lengthy spine, pedaling out the feet for a moment, come to stillness. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to elbow, step the foot through in between the hands. All right, runner's lunge. Now inhale as we set and adjust our setting, and exhale as we look up towards the hands, hinging up from the hips. All right, warrior one on the left side. Nice and strong. Let's take a breath here. Solidify that stance, nice and strong, and inhale, and hinging down from the hips, looking at your fingers, we can frame our left foot and then step back. Last vinyasa for the session. From here, inhale and lower. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra or up dog, whichever's in your practice, and exhale. Coming up now, oh yeah, to downward dog. Alright, that warms up all the muscles in the body there. So we're pushing the hands away from the ground, and we're going to take three big tiger breaths. So inhale through the nose and then letting go with the hands. So in the inhale, big inhale through the nose, maybe come up on your toes and push back, open the mouth, lion's breath. Alright, let's do it 2 more times. Inhale. Cleansing breath. Alright, so when we do this last one, see if you could squeeze those abs and get every last little breath out as we push down. Alright, you might feel your triceps starting to burn as well. Here, let's do this one more time. Inhale. Beautiful, awesome. That's amazing. So let's just take an inhale as we slowly walk up towards our hands now. Bending the knees to thighs. And inhale, halfway lift, exhale, back down, and inhale, lifting our hands up and exhaling, sitting down into chair pose. And then from here, inhale, and coming back up to mountain pose, Tadasana. And come to the front here. Amazing work, everyone. So from here, we're going to shake it off, and round off our practice by taking another soft gaze. Hold on a second, a bit soft gaze before we do that, is inhaling, hands up, bringing them to prayer, and bringing our hands in prayer to heart center. Now dipping the chin a little bit, taking a soft gaze or closing your eyes. May we honor what's in our hearts for today. Take thumbs to mouth. May we honor what we say internally and externally. And take hands to third eye in between the eyebrows. May we honor our thoughts for the day. And we can just take a couple of breaths here to reflect on our intention. So the light in me sees the light in you. Thanks for joining me on this practice today. Namaste. Alright, so thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. It was amazing to see you here again. So if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel so we could keep creating more content for you, and then hit that notification bell as well so that you can be notified once a new flow comes around. See you next time.